Previously on Saving Throw. Our heroes squared off with Calabash Jones, the apparent culprit behind the missing people and the magical fog over Bright Harbor.
Let me clarify. I'm saying, yeah, you know that it's true. I'm shrinking this crocodile for you. I'm shrinking this crocodile for you. He's a tiny dude. And then he's a bit smaller, yeah.
But after a long battle and some assistance from a local phallic wizard, Jones fell, and the fog above Bright Harbor parted.
Throw the wind out and you slide in and you get him with like the low kick. And then like you spin up to your feet and then you hit like the Little Mac star uppercut on him as he's lowering down.
It's fucking awesome.
Jones flops over.
I do not deserve the final blow.
Let's
go! I'll take it.
Now left with a strange crystal and the name of a strange organization, the Shatterers, our team concludes their first mission as official heroes. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Saving Throw, our Actual Play D&D podcast right here on Save Data. I'm Chris, I'll be your Dungeon Master, and I will be the Neath Beneath Your Wings, Wind Beneath Your Wings.
Oh.
I'm joined by these folks on the right of the stream to me in various directions in reality. Zach playing Alistair Nobledrifter, our half-elf bard.
Weehaw.
Elise as Win the Turtle Druid, hashtag stay winning. Is Elise muted?
Oh no!
No, I was muted. Ahoy!
We are starting so strong tonight.
Ahoy. Prij playing the role of Ashbaugh Ramarance, our Owlin sorcerer. I didn't write sorcerer, I wrote Owlin.
Hey.
Jason playing Chiron Hemlock, our mystery man monk.
I'm not actually muted.
You fuckers. And David as Jennifer Many Shields, the storm giant rune knight.
You're damn right I'm a giant.
Don't let any facts prove otherwise. If you like the show, you can catch it live on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam. If you don't like the show, get bent. You can catch the edited version of this podcast on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SaveDataTeam. And this show is available on all podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever you use, it's almost certainly on there. And if you leave us a review on one of those, you can get a shout out and have your review read live. Like Witch Tower. Bear with you, this is very long, but it's incredibly funny. Okay. Via Apple Podcasts, who wrote this incredible review. America's Little Darling, from alligator detectives to the Dictomancer and cults, America's favorite little D&D show, Saving Throw, has been entertaining us for months. And now with its exclusive podcast offer, you can experience the most comprehensive episode collection of one of the silliest shows in D&D history. Presenting the Saving Throw Little Darling podcast collection. More than 7 timeless episodes of unforgettable antics. Insert the Dictomancer here. Spectacular buffoonery. Insert Alistair here. And obscene, indecent debauchery for the whole family to enjoy. Insert Dictomancer here again. Giggity. These classic Saving Throw episodes have withstood the test of time, and you'll cherish sharing these heartwarming adventures again and again with your friends and family. For just 2 free payments of $3.99, you can get Saving Throw Little Darling Podcast Collection. Call now, 420-666-6969, and receive the Saving Throw Little Darling Podcast Collection. Shipping and handling not included. Please contact your doctor if you're using laugh, guffaws, goofs, or scoliosis due to consumption of Saving Throw.
Fuck, that was really good, Witch Tower.
That was incredible. Incredible.
What? And on the what is that ripped from?
It's the Shirley Temple.
Yes.
America's Little Darling.
Yes.
Collection.
Thank you.
Oh.
And then on the complete opposite of review length, we have Vakra, who gives 5 stars and writes, "Do it." Fucking review. Do it.
Very good.
Do it.
Thank you both, and to all you fancy folks listening, if you want to shout out, leave us a review on whatever platform or tweet about the show. Tag us on Twitter, Discord, whatever, and let us know what you want to say in your shout out, and read it for you live in 4K. Not 4K. And finally, if you want to go the absolute extra mile, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/SaveDataTeam. For just $2 a month, you get access to all our VOD channel where you can watch all of our streams unedited. For $5 a month, you get to vote on what we do for our variety streams. And you can have yourself included in this very D&D campaign as an NPC, some of which we're going to meet today. And lastly, at the $10 a month tier, you get your name included in this Patreon song.
I swear to God, I'm trying to find it. Where is this thing? I literally started... Okay, here it is. Thank 'em, gotta thank 'em all. Gotta thank 'em all, our Patreons. Burger Bun, Fluff Guff, Sunayama, Philo, Cud, Abe, Hollicha, and Sofino. HSM, Ernless, Crow Knight, Danny, Antilester, Kevin Nation, Shadowed, Navi. Don't forget Miss McWinter, Tucko Sensei, Arky, Forensic Technical, JFJ, Mystic Woody. Leprechaun, Jacob Bell, Go, Zeppeli, Sheperstein, Boomer, Emily, Relive Jolie, The Red Fighter, DJ Moon, and Sherlock's T-Flower, Stillart, Ami, Borshock. Don't forget A1 Norwell, BBC Watan, Zoom, Diego Garcia, Out Night, and DJ Moon. Dessert Boy Man, Elijah Sly, Rick Rat, Katja, Traveling in a Box, and Snowcat, Conjuring Scribes, Yo Croissant, Fulfilla, Written Word, Shade the Punisher, Sibylla. Thank 'em, gotta thank 'em all. Gotta thank 'em all, our Patreons.
And lastly, thank you to the people that make this show happen, including Will and Karen from Subpixel for the Saving Throw logos, Nez for the character art for our party, CZE Peku for our battle maps. You can find them on their Patreon. They're great. Bardify for today's music that you're hearing. And you can find all those links in the description below if you're on YouTube. If you're on Twitch live right now, I just said them to you. Get over it. Okay, without further ado, let's start our intermission, which literally, like, between missions, and get into our second arc of Saving Throw. And let's start with understanding some things in the simplest form. As part of what was more or less one final test for full admission into the Imperial Guild of Adventuring and Heroics, you five were given a mission to venture to the town of Bright Harbor and find the source of a magical fog covering the town. Through somewhat inadvertent methods and means, you did this. And with the death of Calabash Jones and the shattering of a strange magical crystal he was somehow in possession of, the fog over the town has lifted. So, once again, in the simplest of terms, that is a mission completed. And no one is happier to call the job done than the mayor of Bright Harbor, Jeshel Jalomp, who notes that he will send a callstone message back to the guild to report your mission to be just that.
That name is not real.
You're such a fuck.
I said it before, god damn it. Some time has passed since you all returned to the surface, and the city has begun to come alive. And the people of Bright Harbor seem to start picking up the pieces, literally in the case of the torn up city hall. There is no proper celebration. As the citizens seem to be more preoccupied with the wreckage and the loss. However, as you all stand about the entrance to the building, people pass by, and the people of Bright Harbor, or at least a few of them, take some time to thank you. It's not much, nothing like, a grand parade in your honor, or no one's like showering you in flowers or lavish gifts, but little by little, people come over and offer you some thanks before returning to their lives. Mostly quiet nods and soft thank yous, some directed at the Shatterguard, a few towards the mayor, but the vast majority directed at the five of you. Among them is Phyllis Berger, who seems to be staring daggers through the mayor, but softly thanks you all before finding an excuse to leave quickly in the repairs for the harbor. But after a while, the crowd disperses, the Shatterguard dismiss themselves to file their own report, and of course return to their hunt for the Dictomancer, and you are left alone with the mayor one last time. I realize we may not have gotten off on the best foot and all that suchness, but I don't believe we needed to call on the Heroes Guild in the history of Bright Harbor, and I'm rather glad it happened to be you five. I'm not one for all this blood and guts, but thank you again.
He's not looking as sweaty as he was the last time, right?
He's sweaty, but that's more of like a life thing. He's not like anxious like the last time when he was looking suspicious.
After the mayor says that, I elbow Ash and I'm like, write that down, write that quote down.
I don't write it down.
No, that's the difference between an A and an A+. Come on.
You guys still don't know how pass-fail works, do you?
I say,
we pass, and then we pass with an A. There's a difference.
There's pass and there's pass with flying colors.
Ash, I don't think you do either, because you still failed ethics, so...
Mr. Mayor, what did you learn here today?
Well, when things go bad, do what I'm supposed to and call the Heroes Guild?
Good enough. Look out for those midterms, though. I know a turtle who's going to be close on your ass.
This town's gerrymandered to shit. I'm bulletproof, baby.
I knew he was a goddamn Republican.
Any more mayor shtick?
No, that's it. No.
Okay, it's fine. I literally left leave room for mayor shtick, so you know.
As Soapy in the chat says, I stole a lot of money from him. I would like to get out before he realizes that.
You stole 250 gold, which isn't like an absorbent amount of money. We'll learn more about like.
I feel like
coins
for the
later
mayor
on.
of a town, that's probably a lot.
Well, no, it was like a small pouch that Alistair like swiped out of his like.
Hold on. One last question for the mayor. Why, Mr. Mayor, you have some lengthy name that I'm not gonna pay attention to at all. I'm more interested in bodily function. Yes. Where were you when the strike happened against your office? It was awfully convenient that you were the only one not there. And all of a sudden,
he was there.
Okay.
He was kidnapped.
Where were you on
He was
9/11?
kidnapped.
Why was he? Why was he?
He didn't see Jones. We glossed over this last thing because we were trying to recap very quickly.
Yeah.
But the reason the aide was supposed to be taken along with the mayor, but the aide saw Jones, so Jones had to kill him.
So the only reason this guy lived is because he's incompetent. Is that what you're telling me?
Well,
Kinda,
Jones also
yeah.
used the fog, but yes.
And did we know why he captured him instead of just killing him?
It was to set up like his more elaborate thing of like when everyone returned to town and Jones, if in theory killed all of you, it would just make everything more believable.
Yeah.
And then Jones would be the hero.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I'm not entirely sure how this part works, but I do believe you all are due back in the capital, well, any moment now. So, did you all take like an airship here or something, or how do heroes travel? Was I supposed to call you a carriage or something? Does it need
Vomit
to be a
portals.
carriage? Does it need to be a carriage XL for all of you, or how does that work?
Well, the first thing you do is you give us the payment for the job well done, and then we get teleported real lickety split.
My son, I'm a mayor. You think I don't know how my taxes work?
Yes.
Val,
He's back there.
could you explain it to me how taxes
He's
work?
back to there.
Okay.
No, you are a public service. The guild is a
Right.
government body.
Right.
And like taxes go to paying for things, including paying heroes to do their fucking jobs.
Okay.
And you're
well,
saying we don't get tips.
Okay, but Mayor,
Yeah.
I did. You could say we did a public function of saving the town, but I did a private function of making sure and verifying that all the people in your precinct were dead and gave them their last rites. So you actually owe us money still, 100%.
I thought Chiron just said he murdered a bunch of people.
Yeah, I was terrified there for
You
a
know what?
second.
That's a little fucked up, but I do like it enough to give you a persuasion check.
That is the eight charisma. The
I have
one
a
character
negative
with terrible
charisma.
charisma on our team.
Fine. You know, they call me Ace Jones. I don't fucking know.
Jones is dead.
It's true.
I got a 5. That's pretty good, right?
Son, in no situation am I going to give you a tip for having the basic level of human empathy.
I don't even.
That's good because he doesn't have that.
And as you're all stood there, kind of arguing for money with the mayor of this town.
You're going to.
It's a
you're going
D&D
to-
campaign. If you don't have somebody arguing for more money every time you do a quest, what are you even doing?
As you all stood there beneath you, the ground begins to change shape. A circle of magical light carves itself into the cobblestones of the street, and runic symbols begin to fill in across the circle.
Can I
Yes.
can I give bardic inspiration Ash?
Sure. Loose stones lift off the ground, and you begin to float a bit as well, as if you've been made lighter. And the lights shine and change together, and as you look down, it's almost like there are like cracks in a wall or a door, and you can see something on the other side. And suddenly you all fall towards the ground. And in an instant you're falling, maybe 4 or 5 feet down, but not into the wet cobblestone streets of Bright Harbor, but towards polished stone floors. Everybody give me a deck saving throw. All right, 14 from Alistair.
Straight 10.
10 from Win.
4.
4 from Denver. You know, hey man, it's thematically appropriate at this point.
20, by the way.
20 from Chiron.
8.
8 from Ash. Ash, actually, you have wings. Give me an advantage on this one.
Oh, also, what does Zach give me Bardic Inspiration? What does that do?
You can use now because I leveled up, or are we doing the level up before or in the middle of this?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The advantage was a 17.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Well, basically, you have a D8 that you can add sometime in the future. So hold on to that.
We haven't talked about your level ups now.
For an hour, yeah.
Treat it as if you have them, but don't worry about it too much.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
You'll have them officially in a moment. So those of you that got below a 14, which is only Win and Junver, you fall flat and basically land on your either like face or like front. And everyone else, you managed to land on your feet, or in the instance of Chiron, who got a sweet 20, I'm gonna say did like a superhero landing, like he punched the floor.
Yeah, that's fine.
the Iron Man landing.
I break dance when I hit the ground.
He break dance. I like that.
Yeah, I have like +7 in acrobatics, so I'm gonna go for it. Yeah.
And with that, you all find yourselves back at the main office of the Imperial Guild of Adventuring and Heroics.
Oh, I hate portal travel.
Not too bad.
I hate sinking this portals, but traveling is kind of nice.
Sorry,
Ash, how's your stomach feeling?
Win and Jenver took 2 damage, by the way. I don't know if I said that part.
Oh my god.
Right.
You did not. Did we heal after the Jones
Nope.
fight? Okay.
Oh.
It's been like an hour since then.
Yeah, good point. Okay, shit. I'm still low HP.
The first voice you hear is Darme Ondal, the Echelor, the mage. Hands still glowing with light magic and energy as the portal above your heads closes up and the magic subsides. Oh, that was a bit high. My mistake. She speaks in her rather bored tone, but seems to get over it pretty quickly and returns to looking down at the open book on her desk. And you all are home. Well, at least you're back here in the capital city of Rontmar, precisely in the room you all departed from, before the same 3 desks with the same 3 people sat behind them. And quickly, let's talk about these really fast, just so I'm not expecting you all to act with information your characters would have, but you as people don't have. That's fucky. These are mostly flavor decisions, but think about them how your character would. Who from the group has spent substantial time in the capital city, either just living here or possibly as a member of the Mages College, or
does it mean on the streets too?
Yes, that would also mean on the streets.
Yeah, that'd be me.
If you're from here, or if you had spent any substantial amount of time here.
I think I've been here on like trading missions, but never really left the harbor district.
Okay.
Alistair is from Rontmar.
Yes.
Only so much as the guild classes brought me here. That is it.
When I was doing Magitech research for my uncle, we were frequently in the capital.
I was doing work on the streets, medical.
Yeah.
Unsanctioned. Unsanctioned, by the way.
Chiron's freaking you know what I meant. He works in the streets.
So, as members of the guild, you all know that there are basically 4 people in charge of the guild. They're like the 4 different guild heads. One of which is the headmistress of the Adventurers Guild Academy, where all of you went to, learn to be adventurers. Their job is basically to oversee the next generation, more or less, of people coming into the guild. That's one. They're not present here. The other 3 are the 3 people in this room. So sat at the leftmost desk is the young nobleman of the 3 of them. He is a young human. He's the guy that I mentioned last time, has a cane and looks rather, thin. Everyone with the exception of David and once again with Win and Junver, who wouldn't know this. Everyone else would know this. This man his name is Vessler, or more accurately, Lord Vessler. He represents the government, or the nobles, and their interest in the guild. His job is mostly like clerical based. He oversees like the influx of missions and then the assignment of them. On the far right of the room is Darme, who is the Echelor. Everyone in this room... Echelor. We discussed her briefly last time, but basically she represents the Mages College here within the guild. And she oversees any like high-end magical stuff that needs to happen. However, it's worth noting that like this is considered a lower rent job than just being a high up in the mage's college.
Okay.
This is very light work for a powerful mage, effectively.
Okay.
And then the person in the middle, the gnome woman. This is kind of a weird thing to like ask as a flavor question, but does anyone here not give a shit?
About what? About what?
So this is the person in the middle of this room is very famous in the universe. And to not know who they are is the equivalent of like not knowing who like the vice president is. Like it's not like someone that's like the absolute highest of fame, but like if you take part in everyday society, it's a pretty glaring omission, albeit not impossible.
Are they a physical specimen of some sort?
A more accurate question probably for
Are they
Kyle
like
is,
interesting physically? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then yes, I
I
would
don't know.
care.
I thought you left that life behind you.
Listen, Jonathan grew up on a mountain with some storm giants. I don't think he knows who the fuck this person is.
Okay.
I don't think he knows who any of these people are. Let's be very clear.
Sorry, Chris, what was the name of the second one? Just because I'm writing these down. So
Darme, Darmae.
M-A-E. Thank you.
So the woman sat in the center of this room is Marin. That name is it's a mono name. There's no like first name, last name. Her name is just Marin.
It's like Cher.
And yes, just like Cher, Cher, buddy.
Cher.
Good
Exactly the same.
Prij,
or
that is the
Seal.
most famous singular name person I can think of. You got another one for me? Sting? Sure.
Zendaya?
Zendaya?
Zendaya.
Yeah?
Jesus.
It does.
Zach. Jesus.
Jesus had a last name. You fucking know that.
And he had a middle name too. It's H. The woman in the middle of the trio is Marin, and everyone here, with the exception of Jumper, would know who this is because Marin is one of the heroes who killed the Sky Eater.
Oh, shit.
Or rather, one of the 11 who lived through the killing of the Sky. And she is the official head of the guild. Whereas everyone else is like a representative of another body that has input on the guild, she is solely to represent the guild and nothing else.
Cool.
And officially speaking, her decision is final on any guild matter. However, in a less official capacity, the others are expected to weigh in and also in if it ever calls for it, can overrule her decision.
Gotcha. Like a board.
Yeah, effectively. I just wanted to give you all of that so it wasn't like, here are characters that your characters would understand, but you're like, I don't fucking know.
How old are these people?
So Vessler is young, especially for someone in his position. He is in his mid-20s. I said he was younger than Alistair last time, but I didn't realize Alistair is actually a child. Vessler
He's a very
quite
young adult half-elf. He's 20.
Vessler is quite young to be in that position. Actually, this is interesting. Alistair, can I have a history check?
Yeah. Where's my d20? 18 plus 5. 23.
With your noble background, and I don't know how much you're willing to share about it, but like with your noble background, you would know that the Vessler family are as old as nobility goes, as far as like, we only had nobility for about 200 years. But they are a primarily military family, and they're not particularly well known, but they are known for being rather close with the imperial family. Sorry, he's young, mid to early 20s.
Cool. Like
honestly, shockingly young for the position that he holds.
Yeah.
The other two aren't human, so it's a little bit more difficult to say.
Right.
Ondal is Darme Ondal is half elf, half orc. So she is. You would assume like young, nearing on middle aged, the equivalent of like a human in their mid to late 30s, maybe 40s. But that cool. in half orc, half elf age. And Marin is as far as a gnome goes, pretty old.
Yeah.
And she she's at least 300 years old. Or at least 200 years old from the fall. But honestly, considering her age, looks pretty good. Like, has gray hair, but like still looks physically not in like terrible shape. She's known for being incredibly strong and punching a god. But like she still looks like someone you wouldn't want to fuck with.
Okay, if you said the last person you just mentioned, Marin.
Yeah.
has physical, like, you know.
So
very-
she in the party, right? The people that killed the Sky Eater, she was the monk. She was the fighter, the puncher, the brawler.
I'm looking at her like muscles and just like general like what's going on here. I'm definitely taking notes on her.
So Vessler seems a bit flustered by your sudden entrance, somewhat frantically looking around his desk or something as he tries to like make conversation. Oh, yes. Welcome back. Apologies, Madame Ondal didn't really tell us she was bringing you back right now. But as he's looking through his things, Marin at the center speaks, moving around to the side of her desk to get a better look at you all. Well, you're alive at least. How did it go?
It was a rousing success. I think we learned a lot about ourselves, like you're supposed to do in school, secondary school, and
each other.
we succeeded. We passed. So go team.
Killed a big magic crocodile. Not as big as me, of course, but he's pretty big.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
The lacerations caused in the crocodile were extremely visceral and fascinating, to say the least. Extremely deep, brooding. I liked the cut that was in there. Do you need to know more about
the real treasure
Ash, could you please
was
start
the friends
talking?
we made along the way.
I think the fog disappeared, but I was more interested in that.
Yeah, the fog
Gillian.
disappeared after we killed the giant magic
Oh,
crocodile.
nice.
Yeah, we did find some interesting stuff about illegal crystal use. So, send out your storm garden, all that stuff.
So in a
Tell
thing
about
of like
the pirates.
Yeah, in a thing of like, do you guys want to in character explain back, or do you want to like say we explain
Please,
back?
God,
cool with
don't
Far
make
Cry
us do
either.
that. No.
That's fine.
I hate doing that. I hate doing that.
I figured, but I wanted to leave you the option.
Yes.
Now, what I do want to like, intentionally discuss,
What would
is
we
there
leave
any
out?
information,
Yeah.
yes, that you
That we
leave
leave out. Yeah.
So here's like broad strokes, the important stuff. I'm probably gonna overlook something, and if so, please correct me. But like, obviously, the boat went missing and had a bunch of crystals on it.
Uh-huh.
Jones was behind it. Jones was the one causing the fog.
Oh yeah, we never found the boat, did we?
No.
No, you never found the boat.
Fuck.
No,
No.
just the empty crates.
Well, like
and
the
such.
boxes and stuff showed up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all empty.
The other thing is you have a shard of that crystal that Jones had. You gave the rest of the Shatter Guard. That is off the top of my head all the like super important stuff.
Don't we also have one of the like Empire shipping crate label things that was
The
removed?
big thing would be talking about our suspicions about that.
So Jones tossed that in the water, but we can talk about picking it up. I'm just gonna say you did because I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah.
And that's shitty. So yeah, you have that.
I have a lost scrying stone.
You have a lost scry stone. That's also a good one.
Oh, I saw God.
Yeah, John
That's
saw
probably
God.
important.
Saw the sky god.
Is there anything out of this you don't want to tell them about?
I mean, I might.
Even if I did,
By
I
accident.
think Ash is gonna fucking tell him.
I might by accident mention how my comrades did a really bad pirate accent. I don't know, man.
You get that in there, yeah.
I
100%.
super wouldn't tell them that I stole money from the mayor's office. Yeah.
I think I would be factual, other than I would exaggerate how tall I got when I went Godzilla.
Okay.
I would definitely exaggerate that
Yeah.
at least 40 feet tall, probably 50.
Yeah.
I'd hand over any extra blood samples I have of the dock people that I collected. So
These people don't want that. You weirdo.
evidence.
I really do not want these. I cannot stress enough. I appreciate it. I really do not want these.
I mean, I would explain everything briefly.
Mhm.
I would tell them all. Also, be delivering the post-mission report.
yeah,
and that would-
I assume that you're kind of in charge of that.
Yes, and I would include everything in that report except for the crystal I pocketed.
Okay.
Oh.
I would say that we handed the pieces to the Shatter Guard, but I would not mention that I pocketed one of them.
Ash, he's a
I
bad
would pretty
boy.
much detail I mean, I wouldn't include the pointless shit like bad pirate accents. It would be a very formal report. I mean, I would include trip to the pirate, fight against the Dictomancer, trip to the cult, the weird shit we saw in the cult place,
Mm.
all
Trip
the
to the
stuff.
pool.
all the stuff we discovered in the
Wynn
basement.
got a cool jacket. Several people in the chat are pointing out.
I did.
No, Wynn got a T-shirt.
I thought it was a
I
jacket.
got a T-shirt. I
No,
thought it
it's
was
a t-shirt. It's a
jacket.
t-shirt. It's a t-shirt.
Aw,
The only thing I would add to anything would be like more physical capabilities of my teammates and like their shortcomings and their strengths.
Okay, I like that. Actually, that's
Some have more shortcomings.
Just
than
because I'm
strengths, though.
curious, do you say anything nice about Alistair?
Yeah,
Such
cast a lot of good magic spells.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it in the bank. I'll take it in the bank. That's all I want to hear.
I'm getting the implication that Karen is truthful in his appraisal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so are we presenting them with any items like the scrying stone or the Imperial Manifest?
I
would
say
hand
yes.
over the scrying stone because that's out of my wheelhouse, and I tried looking at it and nothing happened, but I'm kind of nervous to do it again, so I would hand that over because that is not in my fucking wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with present, and then like if we stay assigned to it, cool. If not, also cool.
My thing with the manifest is we have suspicions that there are like several members that are corrupt, and that's the reason why this exists. I'm praying to whatever god Alistair believes in. He doesn't. He's agnostic, except for the ones that are real.
Interesting.
I know that is actually written in my character sheet, but I'm gonna pray that these three are not corrupt, or at least two of these three are not corrupt with whatever's going on.
If the head of the guild is corrupt, we're fucked anyway.
Yeah. If somebody who killed a literal god is corrupt, we are in trouble.
Right. So I'll start with the manifest because I think that's the more interesting thing. So Ash, as you present the shipping manifest to the room, Vessler and Darme both rise and start making their way over to look at it. Darme is the first one to get there, and it's around now you realize just how tall she is. That special mix of elven and orcish heritage leaving her to stand literally heads above you, and she extends a hand out for the slip of paper.
Would you call her a giantess?
I would.
I'm into it.
Wow. I'm into it too.
Stop.
For different reasons.
I'm
though.
into it for also different reasons.
And as you hand it over, she inspects it for a while before offering it to Vessler, who does the same. And she is speaking to you while Vessler's looking over it. And this was it? This was the whole thing, I guess, that the spell was cast on? It was not attached to anything else?
When we found it, no. It was on a desk, completely detached from what it was originally sealing.
On a desk, in a basement,
In a cult
of a
compound.
chapel, in a cult compound.
Don't we also suspect that Jones planted it?
Planted it, yeah.
So Jones took it off and planted it there. I would.
Or
add
he
that.
at least already had it.
Yeah. So the cult didn't necessarily take it, but this shatterer motherfucker did.
It's peculiar. Not only that, it exists at all, that such a strong spell would be put on something so simple. I mean, even though it's unnecessary, typically you wouldn't cast such a binding spell on literally a piece of paper. All right, everyone stand back, please. And she takes the paper back from Vessler and attempts to dispel the magic on it. You basically watch Darme pour magic into this piece of paper in an attempt to overwhelm the seal and break it. And she does so for a substantial amount of time. And then all of a sudden, you see magic stop leaving her fingers and the paper begins to float on its own. And then in almost a concussive blast, it falls to the floor slowly like a normal piece of paper. And it is a regular piece of paper now.
Ooh.
Darme is out of breath at this. She's that was an incredibly. I need to sit down. Pardon me. And she goes back to her desk and sits down. Vessler picks up the paper and looks it over with you all. It's just a fucking shipping manifest. It's just a list of locations and dates, and that's it.
Is there
anything that would be suspicious on it?
A code?
This is an official Imperial shipping manifest. It is literally it's to keep track of where a ship has come and gone. The thing about this is that this is very detailed in location. It doesn't just note like the cities that it was at. It notes the dock down to like the boat slip, and the time. Instead of just being like date, it is the best approximation it has of the time they came and entered a port. But other than that, there's nothing on it. And in fact, that's the thing that Vessler notes as strange. It's incredibly strange to say the least. This isn't like, why go to all this trouble to keep basic information a secret?
Something in the boxes other than magic crystals?
I was just saying, aren't you the guild head? Like,
I mean, I can make some inquiries into the ship and the number, but I suppose I should start there.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be a simple red herring. I mean, as much as I'd love to talk of our own praises, as the alligator did really trick us pretty hard for quite a while.
So he wanted you all to find this?
But like, even for a distraction, that's a lot of magic for a distraction.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Why go to the hassle of casting such a spell?
Jones did have a great deal of magic crystals, but I do not know if his particular magic strengths lended him to casting such a spell, so he could have had an accomplice that we did not know about. That might still be out there.
Darmay speaks. Was this Jones? Was he a wizard or sorcerer of any type?
He was a crocodile.
Not that
What if Pringle was the assistant that we're looking for? His missing assistant, a partner, Ringles.
Well, could be, but he did say that Pierre Ringels was dead. No?
And by his hand.
Mm-hmm.
You did kind of eat Pierre, as far as we know.
And no one short of my level of magician would be able to keep that spell up, so to speak.
Oh, so you think... So this was a constant...
It is highly unlikely Jones was the one to do this. This would have certainly have been given to him by someone else.
Crap.
That is a conclusion I would agree with.
But
Vessler, pass that to your friends in the Navy. Find out anything you can. Do not let them keep the note. And Vessler nods and takes the silk paper back to his desk. Anything else on the manifest?
Nah.
I got nothing.
Nope.
And next, I'm going to say you show off the seer stone, or scry stone. And you show it off, and Darmay lifts her head to get a look at it, and like thinks about getting up, and then just kind of shakes her head no. And with a flick of a finger, it flies from your hand to hers. And it's big. It's like a volleyball-sized thing. It's a decently sized item.
That's cool.
And she takes a look over the stone. This is extremely old, even for a scry stone. They have this has an extremely high amount of magic in it, but in general they don't have much use besides communicating between two sides.
This is the thing that John Versal, the sky god, with, right?
No. We found this, I looked into it, and chickened out after my one roll.
This was also the
anything.
cultist basement, wasn't it?
Yes, this was found in a chest in the cultist basement.
Yeah,
okay.
I saw God, I think, when either the cultist
they
touched
touched
me
you. You're
or
right.
the goop from the ceiling.
You saw when the cultist touched you.
This is what when I said your sky god gave you a cool rock.
Yes,
wow.
this is that cool rock.
Okay,
yes.
okay. Cool.
I looked into it. My roll didn't really reveal anything to me, and I chickened out before I accidentally melted my own brain.
Damn, you said chicken out. I feel like that's offensive to some Allens.
I owled out.
Could we figure out who is the other side? Where is the other side?
Well, sort of. So, think of it like a call stone, but you can see and hear the other side instead of just communicating. And this one is paired, just somewhere else. I mean, I don't see anything. That's sort of the strange thing, right? So I would presume it is either buried or in the sea or something like that. That's where most of them end up, forgotten somewhere, making their other half useless, effectively.
In the sea or in the sky?
God's dimension.
I mean, I suppose. I mean, and then she looks into it for a substantial amount of time, but then just looks back at you. I don't personally see anything in it. I don't really see why the cult made such a big fuss about it, as you say they did. They probably didn't understand it fully. Here, why don't you heroes hold on to it? You might find something worthwhile out of it, or maybe you'll find the other half. And she returns the stone to you. Anything else particularly want to mention about our adventure here?
Did they not have anything to say about me seeing the sky god? That's just, we're cool with that. Moving on.
They might have thought you were delirious because that's for the most part your character. So
basically, you explain yes that a cultist touched you on the head and you saw God, right? You saw the Sky Eater. To which Darme says it's probably just a low-level illusion. That's very common. And Marin interrupts with, "No, you saw her." So the thing is that like we killed her, right? Like she's gone. But
you guys would know that better than we would.
You can't really kill something like that forever. In general, you can't really kill a god, and despite, you know, what I believe, that thing was a god. What we did was we sent it away. Far, really far, inconceivably far away. And basically, imagine we built a huge, gigantic door and locked it on the other side.
Like Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, like in Monsters, Inc.
I can't believe I made the Kingdom Hearts reference before you. That's shocking.
Like both of those things that I definitely know about.
Yeah. Fantasy Kingdom Hearts. Fantasy Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
And from what we understand about the cult and their practices, they peek through that door to get a look at their god, sort of. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Enough.
You're not concerned that maybe they somehow might find a way to just open that door?
If that door opens, we'll be dead before it's our problem.
Comforting.
Okay.
That's a real boomer approach to that, you
That's
know?
good enough for me, I guess.
Yeah, damn.
If those muscles can't beat God, I don't know what will. Oh.
Did punch God.
Shatterer talk now?
So, you mentioned the name Shatterers, and the whole room seems to bristle at that. Darme looks up from her book, closing it in the process, and slowly all eyes move to Lord Vessler, who moves his hand to like rest on his cane handle, but not actually like move from where he's standing, just kind of like fidgeting nervously. Well, that is certainly not something I expected to hear today. Okay, well, where to begin? The Shatterers, right. It is the opinion of the Imperial High Council, the Shatter Guard, and the Guild that there are no such thing as Shatterers, and officially there are no groups we are aware of that seek to damage the hearth. But before Vessler can continue, it's Marin who speaks up. And what about unofficially? And his eyes move from all of you to Marin and back and forth a few times. Go on, they probably already know as much as we do. And nodding at the guild head's words, he continues on. We are aware of a group that calls themselves Shatterers. They exist, and we have investigated them thoroughly. I want to be clear, this is not common or public knowledge, and I do ask you all, as members of the guild, to keep the following information very, very tight-lipped. Outside of this room, there are maybe 10 other people in the capital that know any of this. And it is the opinion of the three of us and the Imperial Council that this knowledge, if it became public, would cause a panic. The Shatterers, as I'm assuming you can all tell by their rather trite name, their aim is to undermine the Shatterguard, and we believe destroy the hearth, and in the process cut off most everyone's access to magic. As I'm sure you can imagine, the effects of such would be catastrophic.
Ah.
We also know that at least a few members of the Shatterers were once rather high up in the Shatter Guard before rather suddenly disappearing. However, that is where the line runs more or less cold. We have done a substantial amount of chasing their trail and come up with very little. They are financially backed by a party or parties with enough money to make them hard to keep track of, and they are not actively looking for additional members, or at least not letting anyone get close enough to become one, and believe me, we have tried. But that is just about all we know for now. We are keeping an eye on anything that may be related to these Shatterers, but here is where I have to ask you all to leave it. We know very little about this organization, and we are making steps to learn more, but I have to ask you not to go on a wild hunt for information, at least not until we ourselves know more. I don't want to dismiss what you have learned, as really that's more than we could have expected, but please do not take offense when I ask you to leave this to some higher-ranked heroes should action be needed.
You say we're not good enough?
We haven't even got the pass-fail yet. We don't.
I think we passed.
Paran, we'll circle back to this. So, give it a few more missions. We'll be the undercover cops they need. Oh fuck, are we gonna be cops? Oh no.
Do we make it clear to them yet that we suspect that there are people within the guild that are Shatterers?
Do you want to?
I feel like that's something we should probably
And the
bring up to
Empire,
head.
yeah. I think a lot of people are Shatterers.
I would absolutely.
I would at least mention that Jones seemed to imply that someone knew a lesser group of a lesser ranked group of guild members was going to be sent to this mission.
And possibly
It at
had
least
a hand in
appears that
making
someone
sure.
had inside knowledge of that.
Yeah.
Let's just
Okay,
say
yeah.
like the A team was not going to be sent on this mission.
They at least had knowledge.
Well,
we don't know whether they had influence.
We're the S team, by the way.
So I like that. So you mentioned the fact that Jones was at least implied that he thought lower rank heroes would be sent on this mission. And Vessler turns to look at Marin again, who is like scratching her head in confusion. So someone was at least familiar enough to know how we pick heroes for missions.
Or they have someone on the inside, you know,
Right.
like a groundhog. That's what they call them, groundhog.
No, hedgehog. They go really fast. Okay. Vessler, pull me a list of any heroes that have gone missing in the past 5 years. Let's start there. But the unfortunate reality is if it's someone that isn't missing, our search pool got substantially larger very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of red tape and bureaucracies that goes into all of these decisions, but who would have been aware of maybe who could have gone on this mission? I don't know if that shortens the list.
Anyone that's been here long enough to understand how we select heroes for missions, which, I mean, it's a pretty, meritocracy-based system. We send people based on what we think is the difficulty of the mission. If it seems a lot more difficult, we send people who have proven themselves to be very capable. We send newer recruits on seemingly lighter missions. And we did certainly clock this as seemingly lighter. Part of that is due to the vagueness of the request, but...
Okay.
They Naruto'd us into a C rank.
It just implies that they did a good enough job of keeping this vague.
Whoever was scouting for this mission did a terrible fucking job.
A complete outsider to this system wouldn't understand that. However, someone that was even like decently familiar with the system would understand that like they get information right based like this is the request. This is how serious it seems, and then they assign people based on like the level of severity.
Right. So we shouldn't go ahead and assuming that this is someone rotten at the top.
Yes.
That's at least we should at least assume that.
Yes. It could be any, but the thing is, it couldn't be someone like y'all's level. It would have to be at least established heroes or up.
Right.
They sent Squad
yes.
7 against Zabuza is what happened.
This is it's literally that. Hey guys, it's literally that. Okay, get off my fucking back.
That's really fucking funny, yo. Who's our Kakashi? Yeah.
The Dictomancer.
No.
Hey, I'm back in this episode.
He's actively not. So we getting that pass or?
Well, I'm not going to lie that we didn't expect for something like that to happen, to be what happened on your first ever mission as part of the guild. But this is a good time for it to be a lesson as well. What we do isn't easy, and most of the time we're going in blind, or worse, we're not, and we know exactly the severity of the thing we're up against. We do our best to anticipate the risk and assign teams properly, but at the end of the day, we have to hope and expect the same from you as we would from a team with hundreds of missions completed. At the end of the day, it is up for you to figure out how to save the day, I guess. And if you can't do it, no judgment from me personally. Now is the time to say so. Now would be the time to back out.
Yeah, I'm super down.
We went above and beyond what we were expected to do. Not only should we get a pass, we should get, wow, you fucking guys killed it out there.
And
Some would say if the
we
bar
should
was
get a
high,
bonus.
we grew tall enough to reach it.
I'm assuming that means no takers on the whole opt-out thing. All right, then. Then officially, from me to you, welcome to the Imperial Guild of Adventuring and Heroics.
Woo!
let's go.
Put me in, coach.
So does that mean we have to start, being shatterers? Because, you have some in the guild, so...
Wow, dog, way to bring down the mood. What? You know, Chiron, more than anybody I've ever met, you know the exact wrong thing to say. I was trying to, we can't do this right now.
You guys bicker a substantial amount, even for the heroes I'm used to.
You have...
Just means we get along so well.
Marin hops down from her chair and, speaking as she walks out. Vessler, see them paid and equipped. We'll see you all in 2 days for your next mission. Don't die in the meantime. And with that, she collects a small satchel from her desks and departs the room.
I blatantly stare at her the entire time she's doing all of this.
I'm going to say Darme takes this time to actually leave this time because I retconned.
Cool.
And you're left with
just Vessler?
Vessler.
That's it? Oh,
Right.
God.
Well, yes, your payment. I will submit for your payment. Drop by the bursar tomorrow, and they'll see you compensated for a job well done. And if you need to request any items, William's shop should be open in the morning, and he can find any items you may need. At a slight discount, of course.
I'm sorry, is his name William Shop? Is that his name?
No. William is his name, and he has a shop.
Oh, okay, Williams.
Williams possessive
Okay,
shop.
I didn't hear the S. I was like, wait, is his last name Shop Incredible?
No, that'd be good. You'll like him. Don't worry about that. Now let me see here. Oh, of course, I have some signets somewhere in my desk. Hold, please. He opens 2 drawers in his desk and rustles around before. And he withdraws a box, gesturing all of you to come over. He opens up the small box and turns it around,
Guild bling!
Revealing the contents to you. Small stone rings, each with a small pale crystal set into the face of it, making up a portion of the rune inscribed on it. These are guild signets. I'm sure you've seen them before at the academy or some such. Merely affix them to your clothing or body however you like, and these will act as permits for your magical use should any shadow guard be confused. Much less of a hassle than carrying around paperwork, anyway. So, these are your magical signets. They are rings by default, but as a flavor decision, they are designed to reshape however you need. This is mostly for fun, but you can pick how you want to wear them, and they will grow, expand to reshape to fit however you want. Rings,
Oh, that's great, 'cause I get big,
Cool magic bling.
Yeah, it's fucking
rings
awesome.
by default. Vessler wears his as a ring. Bracelets, necklaces, Naruto headbands, whatever you want.
Fuck.
I think mine's a belt buckle.
Belt buckle, all right.
Oh, that's so good.
Mine is where my scarf and the kerchief meet. It's a pin that goes in the middle right there,
That's cool.
above the canisters. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a shoulder
Like a pauldron?
Like try and incorporate it into my armor.
Yeah, so you can it'll fuse into your armor if you like. The only thing you're not allowed to do is put it on a weapon because you could in theory lose that.
I think
None of my shields away.
I was just say, Alistair's about to lose his fucking shirt, so I don't know if he can lose his clothes.
I was
too,
just saying,
honestly.
I think it would be on the little the gold band that connects the top of his right at the top of his boob window.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'd probably keep mine just on my lapel, or the closest thing you could find to a lapel on a piece of on
like a
I'll
double.
put it on like the pauldron.
on the Gambison I'm wearing.
Question: apart from being able to form to any shape, do they serve any other magical purpose, or is it just hey, cool logo?
They work sort of like a tracking device. They're not like very exact, but they give a rough estimate of where you are.
Cool.
And other than that, no, they're just there. Like the crystal in them is a very dull crystal. It doesn't have a lot of magic energy left in it. They are mostly so like if shatterers see you, they're like, okay, they're guild. They're allowed to do whatever they want.
So it's the recusant sigil.
I don't know what that means.
It's Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is light.
Now there is just one more thing before you go. Please visit the reliquary tomorrow morning, and the keeper there can prepare some relics or artifacts for your use. Before anything else,
Magic items.
But before anything else, please get some rest. Your rooms in the West Tower should have been cleaned up while you were gone. Take some time. If you have anything to do in town, it would be a great time for it tomorrow. And well done. I know Marin can be a bit rough to converse with, and Darme is less than interested in her position, but just know that your actions are very appreciated, if not by people here, by the people who are more directly impacted by your heroics.
I mean, heck, talking to all of you is better than talking to the mayor, so, like, you gotta win in my book.
I hope we left a good impression on Phallus. I like that guy.
I hope he runs for mayor.
After the time skip when we come back.
Yeah. The final case takes place in Bright Harbor again, and then there's a new mayor in town.
Okay, so step back a little bit. We have a lot to do here. This will function as our between missions setup, literally intermission, as I said earlier.
Yeah.
You will all get your respective rewards for mission completes. This will include the level up if you earned them. This time you earned 2 level ups. That won't normally be the case, but I wanted to be cool. We'll talk about those in a second. We also have an item from the reliquary as a reward, which will be a magical item that'll have a gimmick, mostly, as well as just straight up gold as payment. And within the guild grounds, there is a shop where you can get general items, and you can request anything more specific. The shopkeeper will either be able to have it then, or he can track it down, and next time you visit, he can give it to you to purchase. And then if there's anything specific you'd like for your character to do, or for plot reasons or whatever, you can do that before we are assigned our next mission and go back out.
Just for the time being, in between now, I'm putting on I put on my celebratory carnival mask. It's like golden.
Okay.
Golden and Borden.
God,
It's a festival mask.
I do love that you have different masks. That's like such a cool bit to me. I love it.
Yeah.
What if, like, we wanted to craft things at lower expense?
So I'm going to say that crafting is totally something Junver can do since he has a background in crafting. We can talk about that in a minute. I'm going to say when we go to the shop later, talk to him about like getting you set up with a crafting setup. And then next time we return, I'll have it like in your room. And then if you need any items to like build something, you can go get them during the shopping phase, and then go back before you sleep to go get your mission and build whatever you need.
Is Jennifer level 99 crafting? All right.
So, in the interest of giving us a nice natural reset here, I'm going to say that after you leave the office, you all return to your rooms within the guild and get some fucking sleep. This is going to be a full rest, return everything back to max. So you guys are given, as part of your job, a place to sleep within the guild. If you wish to, you are allowed to rent outside of here. Most people wait until they are a bit higher up in, being paid more to do so, but that is an option afforded to you if you choose to do it. But for today, let's say nobody does that.
Oh no.
And when you all wake up, you go down to the guild kitchens and get some food. And I'm going to say, while you are sitting around having breakfast, you all discuss the new skills you just so happen to learn, because levels are a concept and not real.
Well, my question is, do we want to reveal our
money,
spells?
Just like money.
Notably, I did not poison.
Because I think it's fun to not reveal our spells.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say up to you. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, you could just be like, I got new X level spells,
Yeah.
and that's where you cut it.
Well, I mean, I'll even point to you. I was like, I concocted a new
So
poison.
actually, Chris,
serum.
can I ask a quick lore question?
Absolutely.
Is it reasonable for us to assume we'd be continuing going on missions together?
Yes. So like,
Okay.
Damn it, man.
heroes are assigned to teams.
Okay,
And
they are assigned
teams-
to teams. Okay.
Teams can evolve over time, either organically. Hey, sometimes people are like,
People
hey,
die.
Johnny died on this quest, or people come back from a quest and be like, I can't
Johnny
fucking work
Quest.
with this guy anymore. Like, it's a detriment to the team that we are still working together, and like the guild will do their best to like,
We
break
go
it
as a
apart.
team or go as an individual?
You're individual employees, but you are assigned to a unit,
Okay.
basically. So yeah, let's start with Ash. What did you get for leveling up?
You don't have to reveal
My
the spells, I guess.
HP
you don't
goes
want to.
from max HP from 20 to 32.
That's
Okay.
it.
I gave myself one more charisma, bringing it up to 18, and
Yeah.
one wisdom, bringing it up to 12.
Yeah.
Both of those increasing the modifiers on it.
Nice.
And then I learned 5 new spells.
Damn.
Ooh.
I learned the cantrip, Acid Splash.
Okay.
I learned protection from energy, dispel magic, counterspell,
Ooh,
and
shit.
melts minute meteors.
You
All
made
third
that
level
one up.
spells outside of that.
I'm assuming you meant minute meteors.
Oh. Is it- oh yeah, that makes sense.
It made sense, but yeah.
But he's
no,
a
you're
clockwork. He's the clockwork sorcerer, so it's minute meteors.
Incredible.
I,
Keep
mean,
it.
I just thought it was you made them quickly, so they were minute meteors.
No, I thought the same thing you did, Prij. But no, they are minute meteors, because fuck that. Yeah, he's a time meteor. That's awesome.
5 most minute meteors.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Chiron, what did Chiron learn?
Dude, first of all, I saw so many battles and I witnessed so much that I was able to enhance my physicality even more by upping my dex by +2. So now I'm even more
Oh damn.
of a
Dexterous.
fucking
So fast.
yeah. So that's what I got from there. I'm able to slow fall too because I figured out how to maneuver my body through the air to make sure I don't take too much heat from falling down. So that's one thing, and then there was regional spiders in that town that I was interested in while you guys were doing some stuff. Like the inn was really shitty, and there was a spider there. I noticed that it killed a rat. And as I was killing this rat, because these are giant wolf spiders, as it bit it, the rat didn't move. It like just ceased. It was paralyzed or whatnot. And I siphoned venom from that spider, and now I have that in my cycle of rotation of things I can inject at people. So when I punch them, now I have like wolf spider fucking venom that makes them stunned. So
Instead of wolf fang fist, well, it's wolf spider fang fist.
yeah.
Oh, don't compare Chiron to Yamcha. Yamcha sucks.
Well, he's like Dragon Ball Yamcha, not Dragon Ball Z Yamcha. He's still
Okay,
a threat.
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I got a bunch of that while I was there too. So now I just have that. It's stunning strike
Okay.
is the mechanical purpose of it, and that thing is busted as shit. So
Strike's really good. What did Junver get?
So Junver, a physical specimen, got more yoked.
An
Strength
absolute
up,
unit.
strength up to 18. Got that +4 modifier. Absolutely fucking yoked. He also got an extra attack, so I can attack twice each round now. Pretty sure most of the melee people got that, but that's gonna be big damages for the Junver. Junver also got this sweet racial ability called Little Giant, because I'm a giant, I'm just small. Which
What?
means that I got an extra skill proficiency. I already had athletics, which is what I would have given, so I took perception, which is another fighter skill. So I got perception now. And all my carrying capacity is like I was large. So Jumper's big.
Okay.
Jumper's a giant.
Cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Win. Tell us about Win.
Okay, so Win leveled up to 5th level Druid, Circle of Stars. Turns out spellcasting classes don't get a lot of unique features until they're like level 17.
Oh.
So I got 3rd level spells, which is dope because 3rd level spells fucking bang.
Mm-hmm.
I also got the Fey Touched feature, or feat, which let me increase my wisdom up to 18 plus 1. And then also teaches me Misty Step, which is a
nice.
dope spell. And I could take any 1st level, I think it was Illusion or Transmutation spell, from which I took Gift of Alacrity, which I'm going to be casting every day so that I can get a better initiative. It gives me me or anyone else, but I'm going to be casting out of myself because fuck y'all. 1d8 to my initiative.
Oh wow, shit.
For 8 hours.
I mean, Jumper
hours.
could probably use that. He's pretty, he's pretty consistently in the back of the initiative line,
You know how many times I've
loves
wanted
it
to
back
cast
there.
like spike growth or
Before people
something
move.
before Zach casts
Yeah.
before Zach casts Dissonant Whispers, so that instead of running,
It's
just
good.
running
It's a good
away,
point.
they run away through spikes.
That's a good
Oh
point.
shit, yeah.
You know what, Elise? That's fair. That's very fair.
Alistair, what'd you get?
I'm level 5 now, so I got +1 to Dex, which gets me to 16, which finally ups my AC to 14, which is nice because I've been taking just about every hit I've got. And my Charisma is now also 18, so, spell save is a bit harder for people to pass, which is great.
Hell yeah.
And my HP is now 33.
Okay.
And I learned... I swear to God, I didn't just pick this because of the name. I learned.
I don't agree with whatever you're about to say.
I learned Magic Mouth.
I refuse to
That's what that
believe
magic
you didn't
mouth
pick
can
because
do.
of the name.
No, because there's. I have some hijinks I want to do with it.
Have we talked about
I don't
on
want
this?
you doing hijinks with your magical mouth.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep my 3rd level spell secret because I want to surprise people.
Hell yeah.
So you all do this. You guys have a chat about your newfound health, which is not a thing you have a concept of. And after breakfast, you all head towards the clerk by the entrance to the guild plaza to receive your payment. I say guild plaza because the guild, it's not just one building. They have a small corner of the town that has the place where you all sleep, the guild office itself, the place where you eat, the shop, etc. It's a whole little area, as you can sort of see in the art that I did. Not great. Anyway, you guys all check in with the bursar, and everyone gains 200 gold pieces.
Ooh.
200?
Nice.
Yes, so this is your standard payment for a generic quest completion. However, the amount will go up if the guild deems your average quest level of completion worth extra money. This is basically a fee that is collected by the guild to pay heroes, and if it's okay, well, that team's total value is worth more than this, you need to pay this.
And
So
we get promoted,
they gave us standard.
Yeah, you got entry level hero money.
I stole
No.
$250 from the mayor.
The money has nothing to do with the difficulty of the quest. It is based on what your time as heroes is valued at.
We're literally government employees.
That's big money, baby.
Is what it is. This is our salary.
So we have the guild shop and the reliquary left to visit. I am assuming you guys want free stuff before not free stuff.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I would like the free stuff
let's do
before
that.
I
Let's
buy
do that.
things. Yeah.
I want to see the cool magical items we can get.
We had that breakfast for free already too. I'm not paying for that.
Yeah, you don't pay rent. You don't pay for food.
Hell yeah.
At least it gets you something
Can
for
this
working for the
can this
government.
just be like the normal way jobs work? Holy shit!
Well, well, the problem is then your room and board is attached to your job, David.
Yeah.
Ah, you know what? Fair. That's just
It'd
the
be-
worst version of health
Yeah, I was
insurance.
gonna say,
being
can you
attached to
imagine?
your job?
Could you imagine having something like your health insurance attached to your job? Oof.
You all walk through the halls of the guild buildings, not as new people here on your first day, not as students visiting, or people just coming to get a look at the illustrious Heroes Guild, but as fully fledged heroes and guild members. Other heroes are walking through, sometimes nod or wave as they pass you, and you all make your way to the room marked Reliquary in a well-written script on a hanging sign. And you enter the room to find a rather dark and vast room. Stretching deep beyond your view and with rows upon rows of shelving, boxes, chests, books, jars, just stuff everywhere. And before you, there is a small desk with a bell on it, a small ledger, a quill, an ink pot, and a seat tucked up underneath the desk.
I ring the bell.
You ring the bell, and it sounds off, like low and unnatural, almost like the sound moves too slowly. It's odd. But as you ring the bell, a figure appears behind the desk, literally walking through one of the high shelves. Two glowing eyes appear, and then a vague, like, smoky form of a body, and eventually a sort of like facsimile of a coat and hat appear to sort of like finish out the figure before you. This is an Esper. Espers are magical beings that don't really have a full physical form. They are tied to the hearth crystal and other very large magical crystals, which there are some of, not quite to that scale, and really only live in places like Rontmar, where they can be very, very close to a strong, potent magical source. Mm-hmm. They are naturals in handling magic and magical items. They just have like a natural disposition towards it, and many of them work in fields such as magical research, crystal studies, and the like. You hear the Esper speak, but it's not entirely clear if the voice is coming from the being itself or just sort of around. Oh, hello. You are all, back? Hold on. The figure's eyes sink behind the cloudy smoke that makes up its face for a few moments before, like, re-emerging and popping back out. Nope, I don't actually know you. Sorry, keeping track of faces isn't really my strong suit. Had to search my memories. You are all new. Welcome to our reliquary, friends. You can call me, my friends call me Drake.
No!
Oh, shit!
Oh!
Patreon name drop. Get your name included when you're a patron at the $5 or more tier.
He wanted to be a collector of things. I already had a collector of things. It was perfect.
Wow.
Let's go.
I'll take your finest Transformer figurine.
I was gonna say, how many Transformers can we see?
Those are mine. Back the fuck off.
That's good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you all are here for relics. Okay, let me see. Someone did give me a new list of names yesterday. You are... Who wants to go first?
Win.
Roll a D100.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, get that nice.
Oh, that's...
right in the mic.
That's some rolling right there, folks.
17.
17. Okay. Drake goes behind his desks, and then you see his way he selects an item. Espers don't have a physical form, and what they do is mostly so, like, conversing with them isn't incredibly awful for regular folk. But then you see how, like, that disregard for shape works, as he ridiculously expands limbs of his body to go and, like, look for an item.
Oh, shit, third gear.
While still, like, standing there physically and talking to you.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've used my divination based on the information they gave me to determine the item most perfectly fit to improve your capability as a hero. And he retrieves for you, Win, in a small pouch, an item called the Last Light.
The Last Light.
This star-shaped object acts as an inextinguishable light source when activated. I'm gonna move this over here so it's easier to read. And will float harmlessly around the user. Once per day, the light may be used to reveal anyone or anything under the effect of an illusion within 30 feet around the Last Light. If this reveals an illusion cast on a living thing, it immediately dispels that illusion.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Who'd like to go next?
Oh, I'm too busy staring at this Esper to figure out what's going on.
Kara, as someone that lives in the capital, Espers are common here, more common than anywhere else. However, there is not a lot of them. They're, according to people that were around, before the other Hearth Crystal was destroyed, there was a lot more of them, and a lot of them literally faded away when the other Hearth was destroyed.
Is there any...
That's fucking sad.
Yeah, I was just saying, if there's any chance, I'm gonna do like a sleight of hand check to try to like scrape off or see what's like, if there's any like whenever he reaches out, if I can like feel him up or something like that. See if it's actually
feel him up.
Or like poke at it.
An asshole.
Or poke like if it like actually exists.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check.
What's some personal space, you dick?
No. 22.
One of the runes I have.
Oh shit.
22.
When you're like presenting your name so he can like go find your item for you.
Yeah, well,
and you like overextend your hand, but you make it look very natural, and you like pass through what would be an arm of Drake.
Yeah, I just want to see if I could go through it, or it's like yeah.
It's non-corporeal. It's literally like smoke, but it just maintains a shape.
Is there anything on my hand?
As your hand passes through it, like it just like moves around you and then reforms on the other side like nothing happened. But yeah, it's air effectively.
Yeah, must make a notice. Maybe one day I can actually get this extension.
And I'm gonna say while you're doing that, give me your D100 roll because you were like trying to be slick.
87.
87. Ooh. You get the box of screams.
This is appropriate for Chiron.
Oh no, you don't get the box of screams. I misread. I'm very sorry. You actually get Cade's left hand axe. Oh, that's cool.
That sounds sick.
Chiron's gonna love this.
Cade's left hand axe.
Wait.
I thought it was his hand.
I thought it was his hand. I'm more disappointed now.
That's very sad. I'm very sorry that I got you the box of screams. Then I read it wrong. One of 2 hatchets left to the guild by the hero Cade. This hatchet acts as a 1d6 +1 slashing or thrown weapon. Twice per day, the owner of this axe may teleport themselves to the axe as long as they were in 50 meters of the hatchet.
That's cool as shit.
Teleport to the weapon you threw. Yeah,
love that
shit.
Cool
Shit.
The owner's left
fucking
hand
rad.
must be free when they teleport, and may only teleport themselves, not themselves and anyone else they are holding onto. The owner will end their teleportation with the left axe in their hand.
That's fucking rad.
My hands are free too, which is nice. Yeah.
This axe's powers are expanded when paired with Cade's right hand axe.
Oh
shit!
Oh.
Is Cade voiced by Nathan Fillion?
To clarify this, so this is an axe. You like throw it, and then you can, as long as your
How
hand
are they
is
spelling
free.
Cade, by the way?
I will send you this information for all of you. Kade.
Oh.
Anyone besides Junver would know Cade is also one of the heroes that lived through the whole Sky God killing to do.
Okay.
I might know the heroes. I just probably wouldn't have known Marin by face, if that makes sense.
To roleplay this out, he'll
because I actually know a decent amount about history. I just don't have like faces to the names because it's like oral history.
I'll go through Drake's hand. I'm like, get that like information, and then he like slides me a hand axe. I'm like, yes, yeah. See.
Oh wow, that's one of the best ones. Don't lose it. Well, actually, in that case, I think you can lose it. Just don't lose where it is. Never mind.
Don't throw it in. Don't teleport to it when it's in a like.
I'm gonna check if there's any human
bag of holding
remnants on this thing while the rest of their people do their stuff. Yeah.
No, this is immaculately kept. By the way, they clearly took very good care.
I would have cleaned it anyway.
Jumper, what did you roll?
I didn't yet, but I can.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I thought you did. Roll.
Oh, I got a 96.
No fucking way!
God.
I rolled on my phone and I got a 96. Are you kidding
you
me?
both get the same item?
No,
You're gonna have to re-roll. I can
fine.
shuffle. I can shuffle.
I'll
re-roll. I mean, I'm just gonna shuffle the list after I move these anyway. Oh, that's such a good one for Junver. You get the comedically small invisibility cape.
The irony of this is very appropriate.
Yeah.
So good. A 1 foot by 1 foot bolt of cloth that once per day can turn completely invisible for 1 full hour. Anything fully concealed by the cloth will also be made invisible. So if you wrap something in this and turn the invisibility spell on, it will be invisible.
No.
And
once you did that, right?
Once invisible, if the cloth is wrapped around something, it will conform to the shape of the item, so it can't be like pulled off. This effect cannot be turned off early. This cape has immunity to everything.
Oh.
So it cannot be damaged. It cannot be affected by spells.
How big is it?
1 foot by 1 foot. It was a 1 foot square.
Man, that's really funny based on what I was originally going to get for level 5.
Right. Yeah, it's so good.
Brant, stop trying to eat the dice.
Because I rolled, I'll go as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Get a 96 again?
No, I got a 72 this time.
I'm gonna shuffle anyway.
Chrono Wizard asks if the cloak is dry clean only.
That's good.
This is somewhat fun for Alistair. You got the Bandit's Harmonica.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. That's perfect.
This magic actually, you're between two other musical instruments. What are the odds of that?
Wow.
This magical harmonica can play sounds from any object the person can see or knows the exact location of within 20 feet.
That's so annoying.
Sorry. What was the first part of it?
This magical harmonica can play sounds from any object the person can see or knows the exact location within 20 feet.
That's cool.
So, say you can see a bell tower in the distance, you can play your little harmonica
and the bell
it'll
ring.
Sound. Yes.
Cool. And
if it is an item that doesn't have a sound, like a piece of wood, it'll just play a harmonica noise.
Okay, that's pretty rad.
This harmonica also doubles as a
harmonica.
And last, Ash.
If you roll a 69, do you get the Dictamancer's staff?
You probably don't, because I don't think it's in here, but you do get.
And I rolled a 79.
Oh, you fucking dick! I was scrolling.
No, I was joking. If you rolled a 69, you get the Dictamancer's staff.
You get the Dictamancer. He lives in your hat now. You also have a hat.
No.
You also get a hat that he lives in.
This is actually a cool thing to get, considering. Never mind. You get Arale's Shillelagh. A magical wooden club once owned by the world druid Arale. Grants the owner the ability to cast Shillelagh, even if they do not or could not otherwise learn the cantrip. Additionally, the user's Shillelagh cantrip rolls a d10 plus 1 instead of a d8.
Okay. No. So it gives Ash
it's a nice little melee spell for you.
Yeah. You're becoming a little bit druid.
Yeah. And that is it. Everyone got one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna send these to us because I couldn't find mine online.
I made these.
Chris made them up. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Some of them I ripped off from people on.
I'm sure. Yeah, there's so many.
The magical items Reddit, but yeah, I mean, pretty much most of them I made up.
Mm-hmm.
So you all receive your items. Please treat the relics well. If you die, be sure to return them.
So I didn't think Cade didn't return his axe. To be fair, so
thank you, Drake.
No problem. And he fades back into his collection of relics. So you all depart the reliquary and head towards the entrance, or more accurately, towards the shop.
The shop.
By the entrance to the guild plaza, there is a shop. Less of a shop and more like an open air counter with a very large, poorly organized mountain of items behind it. The sign reads shop in a somewhat worn paint. And as you approach the counter, almost as you get within shopping distance, a person seems to flip up from behind the counter to lean on it like a salesman and greet you. Nice. Well, howdy, heroes! Welcome to Blackout Billy's Bargain Bazaar, where the prices are bad for business but better for you. What can I do for you?
That's awesome. I love y'all. I love your pitch.
The proprietor of this establishment is a Goliath. But to be clear, this is the skinniest, wiriest Goliath you've ever fucking seen. He's still a Goliath, but he's quite lithe, and his hair is a fucking mess. This is Blackout Billy, patron name from William Moore. I saw the name and was like, I want this guy to be an old-time prospector. I also want him to have a business.
Blackout Billy, what is your daily diet like? I'm just generally curious.
You don't have to answer
I wake up every morning with about 16 eggs, and then I have my first breakfast, second breakfast, third lunch, and then I settle down for a nice big supper.
Interesting.
Well, I got just about everything young heroes like yourselves could need, but if you need anything more particular, you just let old Blackout Billy know and I will rustle it up for you. So he has anything that like would be like generic, like if you need rope or you need a health potion. And if you like, I want my character to have this. I want my character to have a regular sword because I don't want them to get fucking stabbed. I want to buy a piece of armor. But if you want something more bespoke, Alistair wants a new upgraded guitar, maybe. You can request that, and he can go and find it. And when he next time you return, he might have it for you, and he will charge you a fair price for it. So say the item costs 1,000 coins, like for him to go procure or whatever the fuck, he will sell it to you for like 900 coins because you get a slight discount as members of the guild.
Fair.
But he also can't sell you something that's worth 1,000,000 coins for cheap.
Right.
Because this is a business.
He's got a business.
That makes sense.
All right, Billy. Health potions.
I was gonna say, other than health potions, I don't know that I would need anything that I could afford.
Your run-of-the-mill health potions provided by big old Deborah are going to be 40 gold coins, and I got these greater healing potions in for 70 gold coins.
You said 40?
So 40 for regular healing, greater healing is 70.
I'll take
Alright,
three.
Blackout Billy,
I'll take 3 regular, thank you.
Okay.
I'll take 1
from
regular.
you, 40 from Win, and add the potions, obviously. He gives them to you. He does not take them. He does not take your money and run away. He scrambles out.
Hey, Billy, I do have a request, though.
Yes?
I got this t-shirt right here.
That's my fan t-shirt.
Pull up the Windyorkers t-shirt.
I love it.
Can you make this into like a bandana for me? I love this t-shirt. It's given to me by a dear friend.
You want me to like roll it up for you? Because I can do that really fast.
I just want something I can wear around my neck.
He like ties it around your neck like a kerchief for you. And he's like, I should actually, hold on. That'll be 5 coins.
I hand him 5 coins.
All right.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Good. That's really good.
I'm updating from Windyorker's t-shirt to Windyorker's scarf.
Neckerchief, yeah. It's just a rolled up t-shirt, but that's fine. Business is booming, Chrono.
Billy, a question.
Yes?
I'm quite a fan of padded armor. I find it a good defensive tool while also being good to move around in. But it's hard to sneak around in this. Do you know if there's any armor of similar durability that might be better for moving quietly in?
Well, I'll tell you what. I know a mighty good enchanter, and I'm going to take him down some of my very best padded armor from Pedro's Padded Armor Emporium, and I'm going to have him enchant it for you, and then when you come back, I'm going to set you right up.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
No problem.
I have proficiency in stealth, but I'm tired of having disadvantage in stealth. So I want to find similar, but not disadvantaged armor.
Fair.
Yeah.
Isn't that just leather armor?
But I really like the feel of this. You know, it's got that good, it feels good.
Just like leather armor is like 10 gold.
I mean, hey, my prices are not regular D&D prices because I'm giving you a lot more gold.
William, I already have
hate
this.
silver and copper pieces.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, dude, why the fuck would you have more than one currency
So
in a
it's
D&D game?
especially like it's
What
not
is this,
real life.
a gacha game?
Like, fuck
Yeah.
off.
William, I have this wonderful magic enchanted guitar here, and the strings have real magic crystal worked into them. But I was wondering if you had something in the ways of picks that might help me boost my magical prowess whilst singing magical songs.
Let me get my
pick.
box. Let me get my box of trinkets. And he brings a big box up onto the thing and opens it, and it's full of like so much shit, and like there's no organization system here. It's just a bunch of bullshit, and he starts rifling through it. And then he goes, "Wait, hold on a minute. Can I see that there guitar?"
Sure.
Takes the guitar.
Please be very careful. I don't know how you made it sound like that, but okay.
And then he just gives it back to you. And he goes back to it. I think I got. Oh damn! I must have sold that one off. Here's what I can do for you. I can go see the man I sold that their item to and try to get it back for you. It'll how do I say this? It'll enhance your latent spell casting abilities, but also give you a little something else, if you know what I'm saying.
Fair. I don't know quite what you're saying, but I like the sound
Don't worry,
of it.
I don't either. I don't fully understand magic.
This guy's great.
Yeah, great character. All right. What are you looking for the charging price of this pick?
Oh, no.
Magic sim.
Blackout, ladies and gentlemen, I do not sell you an item I cannot find myself. You come on back and I'll have that item ready for you with a fair adjusted market price.
Okay, but you can't give me like any sort of quote on what you might be charging me in a couple days time, perhaps.
Well, let's see here.
Just to make sure that I have the money for you when I come back.
Right. I mean, I'm trying to remember what I sold it to the gentleman for. I think it was somewhere in the ballpark of 300 gold. So
Okay.
assuming when I get back to you.
Say no more.
Okay, great. I will
Very
say
great,
no more.
William. It's okay if I call you William. I know you like Bailey, but
He'll say no more.
oh, that's good. And I do the little.
And anything else, my friend, your old friend Billy?
Just Billy,
Yeah.
anything you got to make it so the tax bounce off, you know? Just
Oh,
I got a lot of shields. Stronger shields, different things that, act like shields, armor made of more shields.
You want something more permanent or more one-time use?
Permanent.
All right. Well, I don't got anything like that on me at the time, but I will hunt something down for you.
Okay, do you have one-time use on you?
Absolutely.
sorry.
What you got on
Billy,
you?
I just had a great idea.
Yes.
Seeing stones.
You mean call stones, or do you mean like actual seeing stones?
Call stones, sorry. Yeah. Just so in case we split, we can communicate with each other.
We got a whole mess of them. Let's see. I mean, here's the thing. I understand these are very valuable for a adventuring party. How about 50 gold apiece?
Sure, let's make it a pair. Yeah. Great. 100 gold. Down.
So you have 3 in
thanks.
total now with ashes.
Oh, he kept that one.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can like rebind them to another one. It takes a bit of doing, but like it's a very basic level spell. Like any sorcerer in your party
Okay,
can handle it.
great.
Yeah, but Ash needs to keep his to
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah,
he needs eggplants.
What are you talking about?
Ash,
I just like to chat with Tia every once in a while.
Ash, you want to give me her number too? Or?
You do need the other one to pair it to. So if you unpair it, you will not be able to repair it until you see them again.
Yes.
Listen, we don't.
And
need to do
Ash
that.
needs to send his dick pics.
All right, so you buy 2 call stones. Now, Denver wanted something more immediate. You want something immediate? Don't you worry. Blackout Billy's got you handled. Where's my big old jug of potions? And he starts rooting through, and he is hucking full glass potions over his shoulder, and they're inexplicably not shattering.
Awesome.
And then he like slams a like what looks to be a stuffed beer bottle up onto the counter, and he goes, "This will help you out in a pickle. This here is a potion o' reflecting. You drink this before you get hit by something, and it'll bounce it right back. One time use only, though."
Oh, that's pretty cool.
How much is it?
Now here's the thing: the guy that made these, unfortunately, did get hit by a boulder. So he's no longer with us. I can sell you this one for.
Isn't that ironic that he got hit from a distance by something?
It is irony.
The irony is not lost on us.
90 gold.
I think it is.
Whew. But think of the one-time
Is
use
it-
moment, John Vuz. That would be the highlight of the episode.
You can keep the bottle.
Ooh, the bottle.
Oh,
Oh, I had to keep the bottle. Could you describe what this does a little more?
So if you drink
Completely.
if you drink this potion before you are hit by anything that is a projectile, a spell or like a bullet or whatever, it
or
will
spell.
shoot it back at the thing that shot
that's
at.
pretty busted.
But I can't use it as a reaction or anything, right?
No.
Okay. So I have to proactively drink it. Is the downside of this thing? But
But you could drink it like at the beginning of combat, and like it won't wear off until you get hit by something. Or unless I'm gonna say like an hour passes. Like
okay,
you know,
it's not like it lasts for one round. Okay. Yeah, give me that potion of healing. Thank you.
All right, so that'll be 130 gold total out of your.
I will ask him one last thing as well.
Y'all sure got a lot of last things.
Yeah, well, look.
I don't know why that got me, but it did.
Do you have any magical mask? As you can see, I have a bunch of ones that are just more just for.
Maybe some that give charisma bonuses.
He's like writing all of your requests down on a piece of paper, but if you look at it, that is not that is nothing. He is just scribbling on a piece of paper. Let's see. So you want some kind of mask that can change shapes, and you want it to make you feel
not
fancy.
Change shapes, just magic. Any kind of magical mask you got.
Any kind of magical mask. All right, I'm gonna go up to Maskburg and see if they got anything there for you. Yeah, that's what I got.
This one turns your skin green and makes you strong, and you can sing and dance really well.
Now, Blackout Billy will stand for a lot of things, but he won't stand for slander in the hit film The Mask. So he sits down.
No, The Mask 1 is incredible.
Can y'all get the fuck out?
Okay, let's get the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you, Black-Eyed Billy. I tip my bandana to him.
Wait, is it black-eyed or blackout?
Blackout Billy's
okay,
bargain.
Just making sure.
Blackout Billy.
Just making sure.
And then
Thank
he
you,
does
Blackout Billy.
he does the thing where like you walk down steps behind a counter to vanish, but then when you look back, no, he's actually gone.
Oh shit! Blackout Billy's
Something
magic.
about that Billy.